All right, let's move on to Jaguars, Chargers. Just a couple games left on the board. Thank you guys so much for joining us here, odds.com with Bebsy and I. Let's go. Jacksonville, Chargers. Chargers open up at -8. They're now 7.5. This total is 49 across the board. Jacksonville 1-5, 0-3 on the road. Chargers have lost 4 straight somehow, 0-2 at home. Jacksonville looked bad in their 34-16 loss at home to Detroit. Minshew 25-44 for 243 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Keelan Cole, spoke a lot about him earlier. I was watching that game closely because it was my best bet, the Lions, and I just don't understand how they weren't. If Keelan Cole's the only thing that can beat you, how do you continue letting Keelan Cole beat you? And that's the reason why I'm on the Falcons. Keelan Cole caught 6 passes for 143 yards. James Robinson it's tough being a running back, man. And if you're just going to come out and this undrafted star your first year, you're going to hit a roadblock around week 5 or 6 because it's a punishing position. 12 carries for 29 yards. Patricia knew he was the only thing that could hurt them other than Keelan Cole, of course. Sorry. Jags have now lost 5 straight. They've allowed 30 points in each game. That's the first time in franchise history the Jags have ever done that. Linebacker Miles Jack with an ankle injury. Guard A.J. Cann with a right shoulder injury. Tight end Tyler Eifert, neck injury. Safety Gerard Wilson with a hamstring injury. All left the game. They're all listed as questionable. And defensive tackle Avery Jones and linebacker Josh Allen continue to be listed as questionable. I see this Jaguars team as a team that will keep losing. Chargers are coming off a bye that followed that heartbreaking loss, 30-27 in overtime to the Saints. Chargers 4 straight loss by a touchdown or less. The second straight second in overtime. Second straight loss in overtime. Chargers, the first team to lose 17-point leads in consecutive weeks since the Falcons in 2003. Herbert was excellent. 20 of 34, 264 yards without a turnover. 5 of his completions went to Williams for 109 yards and 2 TDs. He was the best quarterback on the field. Herbert, first rookie to pass for 3 TDs in the first half of a Monday night game. Keenan Allen left the game with a back injury, and it hurt them badly. And it was like the turning point in the game. But Lynn said he's fine. He's going to be good to go this week. Their defensive end, Nwosu, was helped off with an apparent leg injury. He's questionable. Cornerback Casey Hayward, questionable. And as you guys know, Eckler's on injured reserve, but Justin Jackson's looked very good in his absence. And they're still struggling with Trey Turner and Brian Bulaga out, but they remain questionable. They missed the Saints game. They need them back desperately. Bebsy, Jaguars, Chargers, an angry Chargers team. My initial feeling is that 7.5 points isn't too much. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right. My initial feeling is the same. The Chargers should be getting some pieces back. They are the better football team. Damn, Justin Herbert has looked great. I feel bad for the guy right now because he deserves some wins right now that he hasn't gotten. He has played fantastic. I hope he keeps playing great too. I'm really rooting for this guy. I want him to continue to look the way he's looked and continue to get better. The Jags are terrible. The Jags coming into this season were considered the worst team in the NFL on paper. Thankfully for them anyways, that the teams people sort of overlooked the Jets and Adam Gase, but it still feels like a lot of points because of Gardner Minshew's ability to put up points when nobody thinks he's going to. This guy loves meaningless points and meaningless touchdowns and keeping games close and winning games he has no business being in. So it's the Minshew factor that scares me. I know that's stupid. That's not even logical. I can't believe I'm saying these things out loud. They make me appear stupid in the eyes of others. But that's what's scaring me off this game. Logically, you should just take the Chargers. It makes sense. That's not a ton of points. They are the vastly superior team, even with their injuries. I can't do it. I can't bet against that mustachioed idiot Gardner Minshew.
Mustachioed? I think that the Chargers smash And if they do that, I think that this game stays under 49. In saying that, it's not fun to have unders against against Jacksonville. I had the under 54.5. I had the Lions -3 is my best bet. Had the under 54.5. And I was kind of, it was a nail biter. And it shouldn't have been. It should have been simple. So I like the under 49 here as well. What do you think of the under 49 here, Jags Chargers?
Very much in play. Very much likely.
Now,
and look, I was on the Jags earlier in the year, and I cashed a few times on them just because, people sleeping on just how bad they were. But that is still a lot of points for these two teams to put up.
Pie Guy says Chargers first half. There's two things I want to talk about before we move on. I think this is a game we can make money on, man. Chargers team total at 19.5 is heavily juiced to the over. You get even money if you want to go under 19.5. And then what do you think of Chargers first half at -4 at -115?
That's a little more enticing, especially with the fact that I expect some garbage time Minshew magic. Yeah, you know what? That feels like a pretty decent play.
I think
what would you say, -4 or -4.5?
-4. Let's see what I can offer you here. I think this is a game to make money on, man. The Chargers, after losing 4 straight, coming off a bye, I think it's a smash and grab. I think they're going to take care of business here.
Is this the week Anthony Lynn turns his team around? Because it's been 3 or 4 years in a row now where Anthony Lynn starts out, he's got this great roster, they do jack shit, and then all of a sudden, by the end of the year, they're challenging for a playoff spot or they're squeaking in because all the pieces align.
Anthony Lynn's a shitty coach, man. I think he's a bad coach. I've said this often. My dad likes him. I don't know if he still does after this 4-game losing streak.
Does your dad not watch the first 8 weeks of the season? Because if you never watch the first 8 weeks of the season, Anthony Lynn looks like a great coach. But problem is, those games matter.
Yeah, it's a good point. No, Steel Curtain, the 19.5 team total is for Jacksonville. The Chargers is at 29.5. You know what? I think Al Cervic's absolutely right. And there, if Princeton City's with me saying Lynn's worst coach of football. Al Cervic's right. If Lynn has a lead of 7 or more, he'll let up and run the clock until he has to throw again. I'm going to go – I'm going to fire it.
Sorry, I typically like Prince of the City's takes. I like that he's aggressive and he really is passionate. But if you're saying Lynn is the worst coach in football while Adam Gase still has a job, you have just thrown all your credibility out the window, sir. Just gone. Your credibility is shot.
Adam Gase's hot crack pipe is sticking into his pocket right now. It's
Adam
burning
Gase
his leg.
Is not capable of coaching a high school team, let alone an NFL team. I'm sorry, Prince. I'm sorry. Credibility shot.
I am. All right, I'm going after this one. First half.
I like first half a lot, Jimmy. I think this is a good play. You can double me up on that.
Oh, I'm tripling up here. I'm first half -4, full game -7.5, and the under 49. And let's see what I can. Oh, for you, Bebsy, it's not these books for whatever reason. I'm sure they have. We don't have one listed on odds.com for the first half, just full game. So for the first half, I can give you what I'm going to end up getting. I can give you the -4. Let me just make sure here. I can give you the -4 at -115.
Yeah, I'll take first half -4 for the Chargers.
First half -4. I think this is a smash and grab spot, man. Birdie says, had to come on here. Jags are giving up 30 or more a game. No on the under. Also, this looks too easy. Jags if the line gets to 9 or 10 or stay off.
Hey, Birdie.
I just don't know if the Chargers are that type of team, man.
The only play I really am comfortable with is first half.
All right. Well, I'm moving on all three. And Birdie does scare me. All right, we have got 2 games left on the card. We have the Sunday Nighter and the Monday Nighter. Let's start with the Sunday Nighter. And thank you guys for rolling with us. 2 hours, 17 minutes in. And I'm going to crack a couple bevies tonight, a little 2-0 day in MLB that I desperately needed.